Good morning and welcome to today's meeting. We really appreciate it. We look forward to kind of updating everybody on what we have planned. We have, I believe we're going to talk about a little over $4.6 million that we have to make Erie a better place, and we appreciate the work that all of you are doing to make that happen. However, we have not got a final number yet, so we do not know for sure exactly how much money we're going to be getting, but we'll do the best we can with whatever we get, and we do thank you all for what you're doing. And without further ado, I'll turn it over to Deb Smith. Deb.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. My name is Deb Smith, and I'm the Director for the Department of Economic and Community Development. I have with me today Veronica Fields, who is the Grant Administrator, and Dave Dieter, who is the Assistant Director. Today, we will discuss the process of our fiscal year 2022 annual plan. The 5-year consolidated plan was developed in 2020. This plan is effective from 2020 to 2024. Each year, the City of Erie updates the consolidated plan with an annual plan to ensure that we're still meeting the needs of the community. For the fiscal year 2020 plan, applications were open from December 1st, 2021 to January 28th, 2022. We've had the first 2 public hearings on March 7, 2022. Today we'll have the last 2 hearings, this one at 10 a.m. and then there's another one today at 6 p.m. We are on schedule for the process to submit our fiscal year 2022 annual plan to HUD, which is May 13th. The fiscal year 2022 annual plan describes the intended uses of the following resources made available through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, if official notification of HUD allocations are known with that time frame. The notice of the draft plan proposed projects was advertised in the Erie Times newspaper on April 1st. There's a 30-day comment period. DECD will accept comments and any information that anyone would like to provide to us orally or in writing until May 2nd. In addition, notice CPD 22-05, HUD has notified grantees that we should refrain from submitting the fiscal year 2022 annual action plan until announcements of funding have been announced. This means our program year may not start on time. So the numbers that you see in the packet today are just proposed numbers. These numbers are subject to change. But as soon as we find out our allocation, we will probably have to amend what we have for the draft plan, and those numbers may change. When the consolidated plan was done, the following 6 priorities and subsequent goals and strategies were identified for the City of Erie for the period of fiscal year 2020 through fiscal year 2024 for community development, home investment, and emergency solutions. And they are as follows. A, housing priority. There's a need to improve the quality for housing stock in the community by increasing the amount of decent, safe, sound, and accessible housing for homeowners, renters, and home buyers that is affordable to low and moderate income persons and families. And the goals and strategies are housing rehabilitation, rental rehabilitation, housing construction, fair housing, home ownership, public housing. B is homeless priority. There's a need for housing and support for services for homeless persons and persons who are at risk of becoming homeless. And the goals and strategies are continuum of care, operational and support, prevention and housing, as well as permanent housing. C is other special needs and priorities. There's a continual need for affordable housing, services, and facilities for persons with special needs and the disabled. And the goals and strategies are housing, social services, accessibility. D is community development priority. There's a need to improve the public and community facilities with infrastructure, public services, and the quality of life for all residents in the community. And the goals and strategies are community facilities, infrastructure, public services, accessibility, public safety, code enforcement, clearance, revitalization, historical preservation. E is economic development priority, and the goals and strategies are employment, financial assistance, redevelopment program, financial incentives. F is administrative planning and management priority. There's a continual need for planning, administration, management, and oversight of federal, state, and local funded programs. And now I will turn it over to Dave Dieter, who will give you proposed funding amounts for fiscal year 2022 and projected uses of funds for CDBG, ESG, and home.
Thank you, Deborah. As Deborah already mentioned, we have not yet received our official awards yet for the 2022 fiscal year. So the numbers we're working off of this year are based on last year's number, so just bear that in mind as we move forward. So for the Community Development Block Grant Program, we anticipate receiving $3,211,390. For the Home Investment Partnership Program, $809,159. And for the Emergency Solutions Grant, or ESG program, $270,566. So for the more specific projected uses of funds, within the Community Development Block Grant Program, proposed available funds, again, our allocation from HUD, $3,211,390. Program income of $5,000. Reprogram funds from prior years, $351,258. The expenditures or allocations that we anticipate are for public facilities, park and playground improvements, street improvements, all under the public facilities improvements category. That total is $1,252,979. For clearance and demolition, $50,000. For housing projects, $275,000. For public service activities, a subtotal of $675,250. For economic development, $660,000. Miscellaneous other activities and housing services, $20,000. General administration, $584,419, and planning and capacity building of $50,000, for a total estimated budget of $3,567,648. Moving to the Home Investment Partnership Program, we plan to allocate funding for new construction for rental housing of $300,000, Community Housing Development Organization operating costs of $21,150, administration $83,128, home buyer program $202,440.50, and homeowner rehabilitation $202,440.50, for a total of $809,159. For the Emergency Solutions Grant Program, again, bear in mind that the following grant allocations are based on last year's number. Once the city is informed of its fiscal year 2022 allocation by HUD, the amount would be applied to the distribution formula, and the individual allocation amounts will change. So with that being said, with the emergency shelter grouping, community shelter services, $32,160, St. Patrick's Haven, $15,682, SafeNet Hospitality House, $13,328, City Mission, $36,868, The Refuge, $18,815, Community of Caring, $18,815. Within the transitional living grouping, the following allocations: Mercy Center for Women, $13,328, SafeNet Bridge House, $8,637, SafeNet TLC, $4,708, GCAC Rapid Rehousing, $87,933, and administrative costs, $20,292. With that, I will turn it over to Veronica Fields, who will review the schedule for the preparation, adoption, and submission of the 2022 third annual plan.
Thank you, Dave. Notice was published in the classified section of the Erie Times on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022, announcing the first public needs and input hearing, which was held Monday, March the 7th, 2022 at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Notice was published on March 24th, 2022, announcing the second public hearing, which is being held today, April 4th, 2022 at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. In addition, a notice was published on April the 1st, 2022, announcing that the City of Erie prepared the proposed action plan. Citizens will be provided an opportunity to present their views on housing and non-housing community development needs and to comment on the priorities and level of funding assigned by the City of Erie in addressing the needs as contained in the HUD 5-year consolidated plan. Critical dates: December 1st, 2021 to January 28th, 2022, solicitation of proposals, applications available beginning December 1st, 2021. January 28th, 2022, the applications were due. January 31st through February 7th, 2022, review of applications. February 11th, 2022, presentations for Cdbg and home projects. February 22nd, 2022, published notice for first public hearing. March the 5th, 2022, study session with City Council. March the 7th, 2022, first public hearing, citizen input hearings at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. March 24th, 2022, public notice for second public hearing proposed. April the 1st, 2022, published third annual plan, project use of funds, advertised for required 30-day public comment period ending May the 2nd, 2022. April the 4th, 2022, second public hearing, citizen input. Hearings are at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. May the 4th, 2022, council authorization to submit third annual plan to HUD. May 13th, 2022, third annual plan submitted to HUD for required 45-day review period ending June 27th, 2022. June 1st and 15th of 2022, council appropriation and authorization to enter into contract with subrecipients. And lastly, July 1st, 2022, the program year begins.
At this time, we'll have public comments, and these are the ground rules for providing public comment. For those that are in the audience, you may come up to the podium. We ask that you state your name, your agency, and just provide the comments. You'll have 5 minutes. For those who may be on Zoom, you will need to raise your hand, and you will be acknowledged. We ask that you say your name and your agency's name as well. So if there's anyone in the audience who would like to come up and provide public comment, we ask that you do that at this time.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you all. My name is Bishop Frank Quinn with Christian Ministries, and we have applied for a particular grant for business development, and just want to thank you all for the opportunity to serve Erie and to help our underserved population, and look forward to working with the city of Erie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to come forward?
Good morning, Mr. Mayor. Good morning. My name is Jim Rice. I'm with the Youth Leadership Institute of Erie, and we just again want to thank you guys for consideration of our grant. We look forward to continuing our mission of serving youth, and making sure that they have a pathway to higher education or careers after they get out of high school, and that's one of a big goal of ours. So I look forward to working with you guys in my new capacity as the fiscal manager. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to provide public comment? Okay. Is there anyone on Zoom who would like to provide public comment?
Jenny Haggerty?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jenny Haggerty. I'm the director for the Mercy Center for Women. And I do have a question regarding our newest program, which will be in fall of 2022 for permanent housing. Should we wait until 2023 to submit a proposal for the homeless priority, since that's our category for permanent housing? I don't want to jump the gun this year, but I'm looking at resources for 2020.
All right. Normally, we don't respond to any comments, but I guess I'm just wondering, Jenny, are you confusing that with the home ARP funding for homeless?
I don't think so. Oh, the homeless priority. That you could be right, Deb. That's exactly what I'm referring to.
Okay, so that plan has not been developed yet. We will start the process planning for that. I believe it's sometime this month or the beginning of May.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Is there anyone else on Zoom who would like to provide public comment? Mayor, do you have any closing comments?
I would just again thank everyone that participated both on Zoom and here in person for the work you do in our community, making it a much better community. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And remember, we don't know the final numbers. We don't know exactly how much we're going to get yet. But as soon as we get that, we will communicate that as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Just want to remind anyone that today at 6 p.m. we will have another public hearing. You're more than welcome to attend that if you like. It is in person in City Council chambers as well as on Zoom, YouTube, and live streaming. Thank you all for attending. Have a good day.